How excited are you to have Black Caviar back?
Yeah, no, it's exciting times, isn't it? It's exciting and daunting at the same time, I suppose. But great to see her back on track tomorrow on Saturday.
What did it mean for you to be crowned world champion?
Oh, listen, it doesn't put any more food on the table, but it's a great achievement for the horse. And certainly, whether it's a befitting accolade at this stage, she's only a one-time Group 1 winner, but hopefully we can rectify that as this campaign goes along.
How good is she?
Oh, listen, I don't know. Everyone that's ridden has got off and said there's more in the tank. I'm happy if they don't have to find out.
You look towards Saturday's assignment. Prospect of some wet weather?
Yes, well, I suppose that's daunting for everyone in the race, really. It wouldn't be an ideal scenario to be running on a genuinely heavy or wet track first up, but our filly has trialled in it. She's never raced in it. She's done a lot of track work in it, but I suppose until you're under race conditions, you don't know. But great bit of trainer's insurance there. If she happened to get beat, well, we've got an excuse.
How's the preparation been?
Faultless. It's the first time she'd spelled sound. She went out in great shape and she's returned, equally as good.
Get to meet Haylist again?
Yeah, well, he's a very daunting horse. He's a monster. We saw him here in the early spring when he was at his top. He looked outstanding. There's no doubt in the world he wasn't at his top the day we did meet him. Blinkers on. He's been wound up for a good while. He's been having exhibition gallops for the last 4 or 5 weeks, so there's going to be no stone unturned there. So, it's an exciting clash, and I would expect a much more of a clash than the last time they met.
Inevitable question, you're wearing the Global Sprint Challenge cap. Can your arm be twisted to take her overseas?
Possibly in the calendar year. In the near future, very questionable.
Saturday's assignment, is that the telling point to go towards the Newmarket afterwards?
No, weights will determine the Newmarket solely. Under no pressure to run her there whatsoever. So we'll just play that by ear as it comes along.
Been a big week for the stable?
Yes, disappointing, it was something that's always going to happen, but Typhoon Tracy obviously puts a big hole in the camp, but she's done a wonderful job for us. She's been a terrific flag bearer for the stable, and look forward to maybe training some of her progeny down the track.
One last dance, you've decided not to go to the Diamond?
Yeah, that was an easy decision once again, as equally as the Typhoon Tracy decision. The filly just had enough. We didn't need to be making up the numbers in a Group 1 and look forward to having her back in the spring.
Paid the late entry for Golden Archer?
Undecided. We've got until Tuesday morning, so we'll sit on that. At this stage, I'd probably say not, but plenty of water to go under the bridge.
With the weather, there's some forecasts saying 50 mils could fall at Flemington on Saturday. Is there any type of track that would stop you running?
Listen, I haven't discussed that with the owners. They usually leave those decisions to me. We'll assess it on Saturday morning. Obviously, it would be a concern, but we're only 5 furlongs up the straight. Most of the track will be untouched. They'll race down the outside section regardless, I believe, so we're going to get a pretty good surface. So it would have to be probably cyclonic conditions not to want to run.
And from what she's done in track work, she seems to get through the wet well?
Listen, she has, but obviously unpressured, as she has been in most of her races, so you never really know until you're under race pressure. So, we've always got the safety guard of if something didn't present itself well on Saturday, we've got the Oakley Plate 7 days later here on a home track, so that's a nice backup to have in your pocket, and another very rich Group 1.
Talking about weights though, Oakley Plate and the Newmarket, what weight would you want to run in either or the Newmarket?
Well, we pretty much know what she's going to get. She's going to get that 58 and a half probably bracket. It's dependent on what the opposition gets. So she's made her own weight, depends where the others are from her.
Peachy's racing favourite, who do you see as the biggest danger on Saturday?
Listen, I'm very respectful of Haylist. Crystal Lily, a slipper winner. There's some good horses there. So, we've just got to not worry about them, do our own thing, and hope we're good enough on the day.
You've said before that sometimes you get scared when you watch her at track work, and that. If you could describe her in a couple of words, what would be your description of the horse?
One word, awesome.